If someone gave me a penny for every time somebody suggested design of everyday things to me, I would be rich. The first suggestion that I have for you is a book called Dear Data. It is this beautiful book written or rather sketched by these two information designers, Georgia Lupi and Stephanie Pozivac. The book is in the form of these postcards that the authors send out to each other. Each week they decide to track data for one aspect of their lives, and they make these beautiful hand-drawn visualizations for the data and they send out in the form of postcards to each other. The beauty of the book is in the details that it captures, the sort of non-linear, contradictory nature of human lives. I think it's a must-have for every designer who is working or wants to work with data. The second book that I have for you is a book called Resonate. It's a book on visual storytelling, and let me tell you one thing, it's really good. Nancy Duarte in her book talks about the art of influencing audiences. The book tells you how to lay out your ideas to form a creative narrative. The one good thing that I remember from the book is how to plan for the journey of your audience. Your story should effectively take the audience from one method of doing to another method of doing. Humans have a tendency to resist change, and they will find errors in your design if you force them to change. The third book that I want to mention is called Sketching User Experiences. I think it's a must-have for all UX designers. The book talks about processes that use sketching to put experience front and center in any design process. One of the examples that stood out to me was using storyboards to depict the ways users interact with your app. He also talks about using flipbook animations to depict the interaction that your product might have. Say you had to define how a user drags his finger to scale a rectangle, a paper-based flipbook animation can really help you there. The fourth book that I want to talk about is called Usability Testing. Usability testing is the most fascinating thing because it lets you see your design through the user's eyes. They bring a unique value to the table that no amount of discussion or debates can ever achieve. The book starts out by giving this really interesting example about user testing. A user, on being prompted by the system, hit enter to default, replies, "I've never defaulted to anything in my life, I'm not going to start doing now." The book talks about what usability testing is, how do you develop a test plan, how do you find participants, what are the testing methods, and when is a good time to test your product. For me, the most valuable part was understanding what are the skill sets required by the test moderator. The test moderator should be this people's person and should be empathetic to all the hurdles a user faces when they're undergoing this usability test. The fifth book that I want to mention is Emotional Design by Don Norman. In my opinion, it's a wonderful take into creating not only usable, but emotionally affecting products. The book talks about three aspects of design: the visceral level, the behavioral level, and the reflective level of design. The visceral is got to do with the appearance of the product. The behavioral level is with the functionality and the effectiveness of use for the product. The reflective level is the contemplative aspect of design, whether a design tells a story and how the product connects with you on a deeper level. Let's take an example of instant messaging. Instant messaging apps on a visceral level attract you by their stickers, by their functionalities of sending videos and GIFs. On a behavioral level, it's allowing you to communicate while you do other tasks. On a reflective level, it's letting you know by that short buzz that someone is there for you at this very moment. That's it for today's video. I hope these suggestions proved useful to you. I will link all the books in the description below. Let me know if you have some other suggestions for some really interesting design books, or any books for that matter. Till then, stay updated with the design discussion, subscribe for more episodes, and I will see you in the next video.